Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a series in this K7 League. We're going to be having Band of Misfits versus Knights Templar. I'm your co-caster, Jay Flight, along with the codcasting god himself, Kamaka. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling pretty good, dude. So this is a little bit of an interesting match because nobody, and I mean nobody, thought Band of Misfits were going to make it this far. In fact, Rybo, sitting on the Knights Templar team, we got to do a little bit of an interview with him, and he said, no chance we're not fighting Nemesis next round. But here we are. Band of Misfits have made it. Just to give you guys a little bit of an overview on the night so far, we're going to be doing some hardpoint on Ramaza, then taking it to an Arklov Peak Search and Destroy, double duty of St. Petrograd, and then if it goes that far, we're going to be doing Search and Destroy on Gunrunner. Surprisingly, only one dose of Gunrunner tonight, but oh well, I'm not complaining.
Never not complain. I do like to see this the double St. Petro. You don't often see it, especially the dominant hardpoint back to back. But as you were saying about the Band of Misfits, there are Season 1 champs, and they don't seem that hot going into it, but when it comes down to it, they always seem to pull it through, and they did take out Nemesis last round, as you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, they are last season's champions, but the skill ceiling in the league now compared to last season is just so incredibly higher. We've had a lot of different teams join the league that were not in last season. Case in point, I'm putting up the bracket now so you guys can see. Knights Templar, I do believe they have a new team from last season. Plague Nation, also new, but they fell to Knights Templar. Sapphire Wolves giving Natural Talent a little bit of difficulty last night in the Search and Destroy, despite the fact that it was a 5v4, and they did pretty decently despite that. Although they had a lot of rough times, they show that they do have a little bit of skill. Natural Talent, though, are number one seed for a reason. These guys play in a lot of leagues, and I've casted them outside of K7 before, so not too surprising that they are doing pretty good right now in the league. And I do believe they also defeated Dredge Esports earlier. You were on that, correct?
Yeah, I saw them. I hadn't seen them in anything but the K7, so to see the dominance they've shown so far has been pretty mind-boggling on my end.
Yeah, they play in a bunch of other leagues. Natural Talent. In fact, yeah, basically I've casted them a whole bunch. These guys have been playing for a long time, not necessarily together, because I know that a lot of them have struggled to find permanent teams, like a forever home, like if you're a dog or something. But these guys, I think they have found. I think they found their forever home. They're looking pretty good together, and they have a very good amount of success in the other leagues as well. So no surprise that they are doing some good stuff up in here as well. You know, I really want to see them go up against Rated Gaming as well. I've seen Rated in a bunch of other leagues as well. They've had varying degrees of success, but I mean, when you're going up against top challenger teams like Pentagram, Jimbo, and Zinx and those guys, and FaZe Academy are some of your opponents in the leagues that they struggled in, it's not... I mean, you can only take that with a grain of salt. I mean, basically, when you're going up against some of the best teams in the world, not just in like the league, but in the world, period, you learn a lot, and they have put a lot on display. So something I want to see after this is Natural Talent versus them. I think that could be a good one. But tonight, Knights Templar versus Band of Misfits, and it looks like we are about ready to go on Ramaza Hardpoint.
It's not often you usually see the Ramaza S&D coming through. I haven't seen it very much like picked first map, but I'm excited to see Hardpoint can definitely be fun on this map, but it can get turned out in a real quick.
I mean, this map, you really need your ARs to be on point as well as your subs because there are just so many good power positions. Like in the middle of the map, there's obviously mid-plat, there's top third, there's just so many good spots. There's the spot on the bus. It's quite a little bit of a good AR map. But on the hills themselves, you still need that sub presence in order to get things all done. So this, even before the MP5 nerf, is a map that you would typically see a lot of teams run 2 M4s on, and now especially, but it's always been a map that lends itself very nicely to some M4 prowess.
For sure. And I mean, M4s are the name of the game, and I mean, no one has better M4s in the league. I mean, other than natural talent on the side of Knights Templar. Knights Templar are just really good in those power positions.
All right, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here because we said apparently they are okay. Apparently now we are starting. Because apparently a little bit confusion, but we are all good in the hood now. And speaking of the hood, we're going on down to the streets of Ramaza, and we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a shootout. So, guys, I hope you are ready for this one, because I'm sure that Knights Templar aren't quite ready for this one. They didn't think they were going to be fighting them, but that's because they thought that Band of Misfits were so bad that they wouldn't make it here, obviously proving them wrong on that point. So it's possible that they proved them wrong in their belief that they could win this as well. We did see Band of Misfits do an incredible job on St. Petrograd hardpoint in the last series that they played, so definitely within them to defeat some good teams in hardpoint. Also good in the Search and Destroy, so Knights Templar, it's going to be a huge battle on not only the hardpoints, but they're also going to need to take basically all the respawns from Band of Misfits, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, respawns are where it counts. I mean, those SDs are pretty crucial. But we're starting off with the slaying power of Band of Misfits. Nomo Big Toe getting a kill on Atomic. So far, Oblivion starting off 3-0, Nomo 2-0, Diggs with his own 2-0. They're streaking right now and getting the first 28 points of the game.
This is an incredible start from them. They took basically most of the hill time, literally the majority of the hill time, and they snagged the spawns away from them. This is literally the best of all possible starts. Usually you only try and go for the hill really hard on P1 if you're trying to just make it so they can't get too much ahead of you off of next hill, but they got the most out of that hill, and they're looking good on next as well. Nomo got a guy coming on in here. They're already contesting the hill, but as you can see, Band of Misfits on the outside and the inside, taking them all down and forcing them right back out to those spawns, keeping the good spawns still and keeping it real on the time. So maybe vastly underestimating their opponents here, as Ray, the only one close to positive. He's literally dead even at 5-5. They're still trying to break the hill, but Band of Misfits, this could get out of control real quick if Knights Templar don't start picking it up for themselves. I mean, it's too early to call still, but, you know, you gotta start taking your opponent more seriously.
I mean, you could tell that they didn't expect them to come here. They didn't expect them to blow through these first couple of hard points. They're looking like a team possessed, getting the first 65 out of the 18 on the side of Knights Templar. Knights Templar just need to take a quick deep breath, regroup, reassess, and rotate, as there's 8 seconds left on this hard point.
Yeah, man, I think they're used to the old Band of Misfits from last season, and they don't know the amount of work and sweat and time that they have put in so far. So they're just used to the Band of Misfits from last season. But this, although it's the same players, completely different team. These guys, I can tell you firsthand, I've watched a few of their matches and their scrims. These guys are no joke, and they have learned quite a lot from last season. They've even built upon their last season performances. So Knights Templar might not have had the best of ideas of what to expect from Band of Misfits. They're even showing them hard on this hill, which they really need a whole lot of time on. Now, it's absolutely imperative that Magnifico can make it out of here, which it appears that he has kind of so far. But Prodigy keeping an eye on it, making sure that he doesn't go too far across, and they are going to be still keeping them in those P3 spawns. This is exactly what you don't need if you're Knights Templar. Going to be taking it a little bit closer, but assuming that they can't get... If they get stuck inside their spawns here, then Band of Misfits is going to be even just taking the lead right on back. In fact, they haven't even lost it. They're just going to be extending that lead. And going into P5 at the end of this rotation, Band of Misfits does have a good opportunity to make a huge splash.
Making the huge splash, but Ray and Nork starting to push it to try to break the point, but the Band of Misfits hold, as you see Nomo trying to pick out, and he does end up grabbing one. It's all orange in the kill feed as they break that 100-point barrier. There's 30 seconds left on this hard point, and Knights Templar just aren't finding any success yet. They have cut the lead a little bit down, but only 64 so far.
They're even getting the rotation. Challing extremely late. Knights Templar with the majority of their team, they really, at this point, should have just chalked it, especially with how little time is next. Well, how little time until next, excuse me. So basically, all of Band of Misfits sitting and waiting on the next hill. They've got God-Heady control, and they are pushing out a little bit even further than that. So Knights Templar, they have got far spawns, and they don't really have too much of an inroad towards the hill. They're gonna have to really get some nades up on here and get some cheeky kills. And it appears that they are going to be breaking it a little bit, but still many hands from Band of Misfits to pick up the pieces and just contest time.
The red wave comes through, though. Diggs tries to answer back onto Ray, but it looks like Knights Templar is going to be able to take this. There's a couple nade kills coming through, the ARs going through. They did make a hard push for that last 15 seconds of the last point, but this one they seem to have effectively broken through early enough to get some decent chunk onto the point.
I mean, they have gotten a little bit of time, but if you actually do some math, they have actually gotten about even time off of it until this point just because of how much Band of Misfits has contested off of it. So most of the time actually going to nobody, but Knights Templar, they are going to be getting the last little bit here, which is a good sign for them. But Band of Misfits, they have once again out-rotated them, and they are going to be beating them to the spawns. Ray, the furthest one back, and they know exactly where he is. He's up top, and Diggs getting the call-out instantly takes him down. He's on 3 in a row, and they're about to push hard onto the hill, put some big-time boo-boos in them, getting them nice and weak for Prodigy up top, but does he dare peek? He does dare peek, and in fact, he goes in for the contest, and he drops down low and gets them down for the count, trading everybody off the hill. However, Knights Templar have taken the spawns, but they're going to have to contest this still. Otherwise, even if they do get a full amount of time off this hill, they'll still only be neck and neck with Band of Misfits.
It's true, and it's been kind of interesting for how good Knights Templar is. It feels like Band of Misfits have beat them to the rotation every single point. Like, it seems like Knights Templar have to make that counter push, and it's just, they're not getting enough time. As Nordic goes on the 5 streak, that's a bloodthirsty for him.
Nice.
Ice cold.
I'll hop in with
15
that.
and 14 on the day.
Definitely going to hop in with that. Trying to keep the stairs control because they know that they've lost control over construction, and they don't want to be getting hit too hard over here. Smoke coming out, gonna basically make his position useless. He's gonna try and get on the other end of it, but Prodigy sees it coming, takes him down. He's on 3 in a row now, Prodigy, and they are breaking on into the hill, contesting it, but not so far going to be taking any time for themselves. Now, Prodigy and the guys, they're all dying, getting on the respawn. So 30 seconds left. Prodigy is going to be going for this flip of the spawns here, but everybody else more or less still going to be challenging for a little bit of hill time. Probably not anymore, though. And just like that, Knights Templar are pretty much right back into the game, literally catching right on up to Band of Misfits despite their good start. Really starting to get their head in the game now, despite that rough start. And now it's Homik. Two people on their team are actually now positive instead of just one. They're really starting to make some good strides here.
I mean, they're starting to take a deep breath. They're starting to recoup, and that's the lead for Knights Templar. They were caught a little bit off guard, but by the time they hit 169, they're starting to get back into it. 2 people finally going positive for them. Tomic and Nordic, I mean, those are the 2 you really want to look out for. I mean, you saw Magnifico doing what he can to pop off her team, got a couple multi-kills. But for now, it's Band of Misfits holding. We're seeing C-Kills at the top trying to make their push. 21 and 16, he's going to push in. He is going to drop one and get out with his life. As they try to make this retake, the trophy system going to block the nade. And now 3 kills come through for Band of Misfits.
Oh, a few coming in for Knights Templar, but I mean, all they're going to try and do now is they're like, all right, this hill, 100% shocked. Or maybe not. They're just going to go on in, balls to the wall, and say, screw it, we're going to have to take a little bit of time off this because look at where Band of Misfits is right now. They are at 200. They can win off of any of the remaining hills. Knights Templar trying to maintain their formidable stance. A level of threat in this game, they've got to get around the same. Now, Band of Misfits can win off of any of the remaining hills, so Knights Templar are in a little bit of a position where they can't make too early of rotations, but especially since if Band of Misfits gets a lot of time off this hill, next hill will probably be in their hands as well, judging by the spawns. So, Band of Misfits looking to finish this off in the next 2 hills. C-Pill's trying to make a little bit of a dent in here, going in up top. So far not picked up. He's coming on down bottom a little bit, but does get caught out. Prodigy making some dents in these guys as well, but now Knights Templar have surpassed Band of Misfits by just a little bit, and this jointed approach from Band of Misfits is kind of leading to them dying a lot of solo deaths. So this is going to be a good hill for Knights Templar to get back in this. Band of Misfits still within their own possibility to win this, and they are going to be up and on next, but Knights Templar are getting dangerously close, and they are closer to winning than, and now they're going to get closer to the hill. They flip themselves out of spawns with the late chow on the hill. This could be a very explosive finish. This will be the last hill, mark my words.
Mark his words, 217 to 220. It's getting down to it, but the Knights Templar are setting up the hold, and they drop C-Pills there. 50 seconds left. More than enough time for them to get this dub. But what does Band of Misfits have left to take? Oblivion takes down one, but he gets instantly traded out by Magnifico.
Oh.
And it looks like Knights Templar might be able to run away with this in the final hard point.
Yeah, oh my goodness. He's going to get on the hill. That's basically all you can do at this point. They're just throwing themselves at it. 3, 2, 1. Band of Misfits are going to be taking a little bit of a backseat to Knights Templar, but scary situation for both teams. Knights Templar off to probably one of the roughest starts we've seen from them all season. Probably just not giving the due respect to their opponents, but at this point, they did manage to get a little bit of something going for themselves, made some great strides back in Atomic, 28 and 19. And oh my goodness, all of them just managed to pull it back positive and get some serious time on the hill as well. So I mean, that was a good start for Band of Misfits, but they just could not keep it going through into the end. Made a few late chows, especially on that last P4 before P5, flipped them out of the spawns, and that's what basically screwed them, dude.
I mean, it got them caught. They were seeming so hot at the start, but by the end, KT put on their armor and got the job done, take a lead 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much a necessity, though. I mean, I know that Knights Templar are very adept at search and destroy as well, but Band of Misfits, if you take a look at... I don't have the lookout for this week, but Band of Misfits from last week... That KD right there, that has not changed. It is the highest S&D KD in the league. They have one of the best S&D records in the league. And we are going into S&D Central on Arklov Peak. We saw them just do bits up against Nemesis on this map. I do believe it was about 6-2. So expecting a good performance from them as well, but definitely not slouching on Knights Templar. These guys are very solid, and they've given it to a lot of really good teams, giving them a run for their money. Search and destroy, if they can win this, it might actually put Band of Misfits in the worst of all possible situations. Dom is actually their worst statistical mode, so if they can manage to take this round off of them, it could be 3-0 territory.
I mean, we'd hate to bring the brooms out, but, I mean, if they can secure both of these S&Ds, they just have to steal one hard point, and they're going to have a chance on that double St. Petro if they don't lose this S&D, of course.
Oh, and don't forget, the last time they played St. Petro hardpoint, oh my goodness. I don't know if you saw it, but geez Louise, did they absolutely dominate. And just, oh my goodness, I'm trying to choose my words carefully here as to not offend the other team that was on the receiving end of this, but they brutalized Nemesis on this map. It was not even close, especially Oblivion, just dragging them, kicking and screaming to the search and destroy when most people didn't think it was going to go that far. They surprised everybody. After getting smacked on domination, they just slapped them right on back on the hard point. So if we get that far, it could be going to map 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a little bit of a break here. Well, we do allow the players to get a little bit of a water break or a pee break, whatever you got to do in the time when you got to go, you got to go. So, come back in 3 minutes, or just don't even go and wait 3 minutes. We will be right back.
And we're back. We're going map 2, Arkloff Peak, Search and Destroy. In my opinion, where men are made. S&D is my favorite game mode for a reason. You get to see the strategy between these two teams. Are you ready for this, Kamaka?
Yes, indeed. Now, keep in mind that neither of these teams are slouches in the Search and Destroy, but Band of Misfits, this is their mode that they are literally top in the league for. Nice Templar, they might put up good fights and have a good record in this as well, but they have not throttled teams nearly as hard. Oh, I say that, but Nomo Big Toe getting sniped instantly. That is Sniper down from Atomic off rip. So it appears that they're off to a little bit of a rough start. Not a total detriment to their success, as Prodigy has picked one up mid-map. He's going to call out more or less all clear on B, but Magnifico called away from A is going to be rotating back towards the center to try and stop this. Trying to stop a flank, but if they do decide to go to B, he won't be able to catch that out. Now, Prodigy making a little bit of a flankerino, checking all his corners, except for the one that matters, and Magnifico takes him down. C-Pills following slowly after, and it is all on Diggs and Oblivion now.
It's always the corners you don't check. And to go back to that sniper first blood, I mean, that's what happens when you try to make this A push. You always got to be wary of that sniper first blood. And just like that, Knights Templar are going to take round 1, just slaying out over Band of Misfits.
Yeah, man, they just had a perfect counter to that approach. And with the sniper going down instantly, which is what a lot of the A push hinges on, especially for Band of Misfits approaches to Search and Destroy. I got to see them play last time on this map, and a lot of their strategies really hinge on the sniper being alive. So now that they've learned that they have a solid sniper on the other side, 2 for Atomic, and 0 for their guy, it appears that they're actually going for a full rush to B, and they're going to put the sniper up in Grandma's. Diggs chilling down underneath. Gonna be first to the fight, but as obvious, they do check the doors and wall bang them because that is one of the most common spots to hide behind. You ain't slick, Diggs, and they are really, really taking them all down here. Oh my goodness, Oblivion, the only one left, and he's got a 1v5 situation. Ace or loss. They're gonna get a little bit gutsy here as Rybo turning the corner. Perfect round for Knights Templar. Jeez Louise, that is not the start that we thought we were gonna have.
A team ace. You couldn't have drawn it up cleaner than that. And Knights Templar taking the quick lead 2-0. Coming out with a vengeance. They underestimated in what felt at the start of map 1. But there is vengeance to be had this map 2.
I mean, Band of Misfits, again, this is their best mode, but usually you don't see them with only 1 kill across all of their team by round number 2. Let's be honest with that. This might be a little bit of a... They're going to throw down a shrub system for just in time to prevent those grenades from coming in. And Nomo does get a snipe off, but it's not the main sniper in Atomic. He's still chilling in the back, waiting for his time to shine. As now Band of Misfits getting closer and closer. Atomic trying to get a little bit of a sneaky peek on these guys. He's going to try and get a little bit of a nade in the trench, which is out of the reach of the trophy system. He gets nothing with it, a little bit too short. And he is just watching to make sure that ain't nobody peeking his guys from trench. They're going to be sliding onto the bomb. He's going to be none the wiser. Pot shot coming out from Nomo Big Toe. Jump shot, but does not land. He's going to be seeing him and gets him right in the mouth. But bomb planted and everybody else is alive and in position. Magnifico going for a very fast retake on the site. Smoking it out, and without a sniper, that is going to mean it's a little bit difficult. Even if they did have a sniper, they can't see through that smoke. Magnifico apparently not in the wiser that there's a guy right next to him. C-Pills literally on the bomb as Diggs is down. Pops up, takes down 1, and little does he know that Nordic right on his behind here. He's literally going to come up, and he doesn't take it. Band of Misfits taking it still close, but oh my goodness, do they hold that down. C-Pills with the wonkiest of all pushes. Just weirding them out so much they didn't expect it. They didn't expect the thing. It's like the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects them.
Oh man, C-Pills cleaning it up, keeping the Band of Misfits in there. I mean, 1-2 is a lot better of a... I mean, it's definitely more preferable than 3-0. As we see it, finally, Band of Misfits starting to get some kills. Prodigy doubling up 2 and 3, C-Pills 2 and 2, and then Diggs 1 and 3 on the day. I mean, you still have Oblivions trying to step up 0 and 3, but with Knights Templar, they ain't gonna wait for him to speak up. He's gonna get blooded. C-Pills gets gummed by Rybo.
Yeah, fun fact, Band of Misfits have 6 times the kills they had in the round before that. But Knights Templar clapping and not capping right on back. Oh my goodness, they're going to get the plant already. And it's only Diggs and Prodigy. Prodigy, one of the ARs in here, so he does have a little bit of an opportunity here. But none of them watching the flank around from mid. It appears that Diggs has a little bit of an inkling that someone is trying to get a little bit of a flank off. But French thoroughly in the hands of Nordic. Diggs turning his back to him now, and now Rybo decides to strike. He's going to get almost turned on, but shots going to finally register on his target. Knights Templar halfway to victory.
They've made it so far this way. Nordic keeping the trenches locked down. Just clean team play from Knights Templar all the way. Rybo cleaning up the last one with an MP5. Shots are solid from my dude there. And now we're going to be switching back sides. Band of Misfits need an answer.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I hope for their sake they're not getting too down in the dumps. Oblivion, usually one of the star performers, especially for Band of Misfits on any map, is yet to get a kill. And that is never a good sign. Knights Templar are the full counter to their opponents right now. Gonna see one popping around the corner, but that is Magnifico. And now Atomic has a general idea of where these guys are. Trying to get a little bit of a sneaky peek through here. Ray gonna blood 2 of them. And the flank coming off as well. But, oh, he snipes him and, oh no. The only one alive is Prodigy, who's on the opposite end of the map. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Dude, this is, I cannot believe this. This is mind-blowing for Band of Misfits. The top team in the league for Search and Destroy is getting wrecked, frankly, in Search and Destroy.
They're getting slapped up right now. Prodigy trying to do what he can. He's going to drop down. He's going to see one. Oh, he's going to push through the door. He's going to get shot fired. He's not going to be able to take him out. Going to wallbait a couple hit markers. He's going to reload. Probably get caught in the back here. This is not a good position to hit with bomb down.
He's wasting his time. But if he does manage to get both these guys, then he could be looking good. They're both in generally the same area, so if he can string 2 kills together, which he has to do, but, oh, waiting around the corner. Sniper, 1 shot. As good as you like. Knights Templar, sealing the deal. Very ballsy from Atomic to try and take that on, because if he missed, he was basically screwed. And if Prodigy could have taken him down, the other wasn't too far back, but as you can see, Magnifico was kind of on his way out, just in case his teammate fluffed his shot. Would not have had enough time to plant Prodigy, so that was well played, and they had the insurance policy there, Knights Templar.
I mean, the snipes coming through from Atomic. Atomic popping off so far. 6 and 1 on the day. The lone sniper for Knights Templar. As it seems both teams are just trying to force A. I haven't seen many B straps. I mean, the sniper has been on the side of Knights Templar, so it makes sense why they keep going. I don't get the mindset of Band of Misfits so far.
Yeah, at some point, if you're doing the same thing over and over again, and actually it looks like the Codcaster... Okay, sir! Obviously that's not a headshot, what was I thinking? But anyways, it looks like he's going to take down 2 and Trench, but they're going to be fragging him on back. I'm just doing what I can without any Codcaster stuff whatsoever. This happens from time to time. Meantime, it looks like Diggs has made a little bit of a flank, so they are a little bit encroached upon here, a little bit entrapped. But still coming up here is the sniper, where unfortunately we're stuck with his POV for the rest of the game. So hopefully he does not die until the end. It's just a Codcaster glitch. But yeah, it looks like they are going to be doing a little bit of something in mid-broken. Trying to see if there's... Oh, Prodigy getting a little bit smackarooed by their sniper, Nomo Big Toe. Letting him know he's still there. And saying, if you want to plant, you got to go through me. But pre-aiming him. Pre-aiming... Nomo Big Toe. I think he got the bomb planter, actually. He did! Ooh. And now he's going to have to play pickup. His other teammate is nowhere near the bomb. He's going to have to go and get it. And he actually has no other teammates. And he's going to get flicked on. Jump shot, flick shot from Nomo Big Toe. Unfortunately, that was not the best of rounds viewing-wise because Codcaster glitch. But, oh, jumps right into the clavicle shot. Nomo Big Toe hitting that one. and keeping it within the realm of possibility. Band of Misfits not down out just yet, but this is basically a must-win round for them. Otherwise, they will be on map point and only at 2 points gained.
Only 2 points gained. I mean, our codcasters decided to go hardcore mode, but it seems to have returned. We're back.
Yeah, that's typical.
It's true. Speaking of hardcore, Nomo Big Toe getting those clutch snipes onto the bomb planter and then onto the final person. That it was really crucial in setting up that last round win.
Look at this, going for a B hit. Realizing that it's not working out on A, so in they come for B. But I guess this was anticipated by Knights Templar, as here they are. Gonna get a little bit hit up, but somehow not killing him. Going in with the bomb! What are you doing? He's gonna get the bomb right out in Sniper Alley. Atomic now gonna feast on these guys because they have to push him.
No.
Gonna not realize what he's got there, or I guess he does, and he just doesn't care. But Nomo Big Toe making that a lot easier. But challing with the bomb like that is a no-no, my friend. Now they have complete control over it. Nomo and Oblivion now have to kill all three. A hard position they have been put in by their teammate, just being absolutely reckless with the bomb. Nomo still up top, trying to get a little bit of insight on these guys. Wall banging the door, nothing to be wall banged though, and Nordic gonna see him coming out, takes him down. Oblivion with no time left, knows where Nordic is. Bomb is down in front of him, but literally no time for the rotation. He's literally got to get the kills, but even no time for that, I would say.
I mean, running out of time. That was just reckless bomb placement. I mean, he got so thirsty to trade the kill out. He just put it from a bad position to even worse, and that just set up failure for Band of Misfits, as now Knights Templar lead 5-2. Match point round-wise.
Oh my goodness, I did not think it was going to be going like this, but oh my goodness, KT just really giving it to their opponents right now. This is not what you typically see from Band of Misfits on this mode, and this is probably one of their worst performances on it yet, I gotta say. But Knights Templar thoroughly deserving it, thoroughly showing that they deserve it. Nordic at 9-3 and at 8-3. Atomic at 9-3 and Nordic at 8-3. So these guys doing just an absolutely wow, just a good thing he got out of there with his life there. Atomic very fortunate. But now, Band of Misfits, done messing around. They are going full try-hard, and appears that mid-map, or actually top of map, they're going to be taking down one who decided to try and go for B. Went for a little bit of a split push here, these guys, but Prodigy taking down their split to B. So A it is for Knights Templar, already 3 down after Nomo Big Toe taking down Nordic and Oblivion, stringing together another Magnifico all alone, dude. This might be, yep, taking a big fat rip, and not the kind you want to take. That's a Band of Misfits. Still in it technically, but with 3 rounds in a row, they've got to be perfect.
What would they do without Nomo Big Toe just single-handedly keeping his team? I guess Prodigy had the great entry frags, but Nomo Big Toe Sniper has been a big reason for why they've been taking these last couple of rounds.
100% the case, and honestly, they really... I'm surprised I'm saying this, but they need more from Oblivion. If you see this, he's 1-7, which is not really typical of him, but I don't know, dude. Something might be wrong with him today, or at least on this map. Head might not be in the correct spot. Rybo and the guys, they're killing him in the middle. That is their entire push down, and now it's all on their ARs. Oblivion revealing his spot. And he instantly dies. Prodigy, last alive. He is literally surrounded and against all 5. Approaching from mid-ray. Doesn't see him, I guess, but does get the trades out. The rest of Knights Templar. Holy crap. Band of Misfits. They could get 3-0'd right now. Going into their worst mode statistically.
I mean, the trajectory seems to be going that way. This is where Band of Misfits needed to shine. They ended up getting doubled 3-6. And especially that last round, that was a team ace. Everybody popping off on the sides of Knight Templar.
That was a flawless round for them. Oh, wow. I'm just at a little bit of disbelief that Band of Misfits just got beat that bad in a search and destroy. Well, the fact that they got beat at all. But anyways, going into St. Petrograd, which is an incredibly unforgiving map and domination, pretty much the only one you can get easily full full capped and spawn trapped on. That's me trying to say spawn trapped and full capped at the same time. It ends up as full trapped. I guess that's an adequate word for that. New word.
Hey, we've created a new slogan. Let's go. Full trapped when you got triple capped and spawn trapped. Nothing you can do. You're full scrap. Or what was it again?
Full trapped.
Full trapped. As we get this St. Petro. I mean, and that's the thing is, like, we're going into the Band of Misfits' worst statistical game mode. And domination is one where you have to keep the pressure up all the time. It's not just one team wipe. It's 2 to 3, setting up spawns, setting up the flag caps. And it's an uphill battle for sure.
So something I want to bring up is that last time they played this mode on this map was actually earlier in this weekend. It was Knights Templar. This was the closest map in their game up against Plague Nation. It was only off by 3. A game that Plague Nation was not very close to winning. They basically made it as close as is humanly possible without obviously it being 2 or 3 away. But I mean, it was 2 or 1 away. They were away by 3. Basically what I'm saying is this was the shakiest performance from KT up against Plague Nation, but I guess that is only fair that it is also Bomb's worst mode. So let's see who is more proficient, I guess you could say, at domination than the other. Nobody's favorite between the two teams, but who is better? Band of Misfits better hope it's them, because oh my goodness, they could be out right here.
And I mean, you got to keep the spotlight on Oblivion not showing up at all in the S&D, as you kept pointing out, and he's really got to bring it back, get that recompose and readapt and take over this domination if they're going to have any shot at taking it.
Taking what? I'm sorry? I think you might have cut out.
Recompose and readapt and just hope that they can retake this map, as the map 3 domination isn't looking good. I mean, Oblivion needs to step up.
That is 100% the case. This map was one that he did really good on in the hard point. Let's see if he can replicate it in domination. I know that he's very fond of this map based on the fact that he went like 25 or like 30 and 6 the last time he played on this map on the hard point 2 days ago. But we'll see if it's the same in domination. B is quite literally a death trap right now, so C-Pill's big brain that he is going for C instead, but little does he know that he's got people following him literally all around him. But that does kind of distract Knights Templar away from B. Nobody trying to cap it in the meantime, while Prodigy has gotten control over Ambi, making it a little bit difficult for their opponents to cap B. They are going to be completely team wiping them, so definite control over B, and maybe even a push up ahead would have been a little bit easier if Oblivion did not kill his teammate, but it's oh well. He's going to get right back up. They've got mid spawn, so that's going to make them easily able to reinforce B, but does also make it a little bit likely that, especially since the enemy team is spawning at A, going to force them to go for C. If they lose this push for C, it could be devastating to them. And these spawns are flip-flopping so crazily here, dude. I cannot believe it. It's going to really come down to some gunfights to rewrite these spawns. Dangerous situation for both teams.
They're starting to push in. B capped first by Band of Misfits, but you can't lose A and C as their lead is deteriorating. But Prodigy on the bloodthirsty right now, trying to see what he can do. Nomo Big Toe also 4-1. I mean, they've got a lot of firepower coming out to start off this map 3. But if they can keep it up, that's the crucial key for this matchup.
Yeah, they are going to be cleaning them off of C, but at the cost of A and B and the majority cap. As Templar are still going to be in the lead even after losing the majority cap for a little bit. So Band of Misfits got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder to come on in here. Magnifico going to be showing up top, literally right behind Prodigy. I don't think he quite realizes it, though. He's going to come back and be like, oh crap, I didn't see you. Takes him down now, though. And in comes the rush of Band of Misfits on to B. They're going to at least uncap it, forcing a recap out of Knights Templar. But Rybo and the guys, they might be down, but they are definitely not unable to prevent them from capping B until their teammates get back. Good save from Nomo Big Toe is going to mean that B is capped for them. And C-Pills in the meantime going for an A cap. Now would be the time to do it because they did really wipe them out. And they are getting the bad spawns in what's it called? Apartments, P1 hardpoint, and Nomo, he's really gonna have to win this fight on C. If he can just hold this down, he knows where the guy is, taking him down, but Nordic trying to flip the spawns back. He's gonna get one, both actually good wins.
And that's what you need for the side of KT. Nordic ice cold with the shots today, and we're still tied up 40-40 with 2 minutes left in the hard point, or in the domination, excuse me. As C-Pills kills his teammate Oblivion. I mean, Oblivion just can't catch a break right now. As Nordic and Ribo take down 2, they trade him right back, and now it's just an all-out slugfest to try to get this B point.
Wow. MP7?
Ooh.
MP7 for Ray. Interestingly enough, I don't think he was running that earlier. I think he might have now just switched to it. Getting a lot better value for this now, but he picks up a little bit of an MP5, but switches right back to the MP7, trying to go for the spectacular, but Diggs is going to ego check that ego chow. Now, it is literally 1 point apart, but Knights Templar are in a great position to hold onto the B hit flag. Starting to lose control over the river side of the map, but they still have got firm control over mid buses. C-Pill's going to get a little bit hit up by the defender on there. Ray now forced into a little bit of a closer than he would like stance on the hill, and it's going to basically kill him. Magnifico trying to come up in the meantime to get up on these guys on Lions. They're starting to approach very rapidly. Nordic, however, going for a little bit of a hit on A.
Just gonna kind of keep it scared, trying to flip the spot a little bit here, but B is gonna get slid on by KT. It's 68-59. Knights Templar starting to take a little bit of a lead here. Oh no. Nomo Big Toe with the double for himself. Can he get the triple? That's 3 for your guy. He's gonna cap the C point. 30 seconds left in the first round.
He actually doesn't cap C, but I don't blame you for thinking he would have. Oh my. They're going to be getting control. Oh, I thought they were going to get B too, but not quite. Just a near miss on both flags for them. They just got to make sure that they at least, they get B now too. So Knights Templar getting the last few ticks in their favor, and Band of Misfits, now they're going to be going to the good side, I do believe, but Knights Templar making a little bit of a good recovery from almost getting full capped in the beginning. Well, in the mid section of the round. And they're now going to be on the bad side. So making the most out of their time on the good side. Can they keep it? Band of Misfits with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder to perform extra well on the good side now. And it's literally to survive.
They have to. They're feeling the heat right now. It is match point, round point here. If they don't win here, they are going home. Knights Templar are trying to send them home with the clean sweep, as it's now 83-68 as they cap their respective points.
We're going to be getting a nice first blood onto Ray, but the rest nice and ready to try and keep them off of B. C-Pills and Diggs both can be tag team in that one for extra fast capping. Taking no chance in this one is Magnifico, but apparently not well communicated enough as he gets naded by Ribo. They're going to get back control over B, but oh my goodness, they flipped the spawns. This could be actually really dangerous for Knights Templar. Ray got to win these gunfights on C because they flipped the spawns for A without fully getting control over C. They are going to win that gunfight, just collateraling them their Nordic. That is huge. That could have easily been a full cap if they weren't careful. Dangerous situations for Knights Templar, but so far, still in the lead by 9.
Starting to stabilize it out, but C-Pills and Oblivion starting off hot. Oblivion, a man we said to step it up, going 13-7, almost double positive. That's what you like to see out of him as they cap this B point. Band of Misfits starting to come back.
Yes, indeed, and they are looking absolutely ravenous right now, trying to just give their opponents no quarter, going on in for C, but in they come with a big time rush. C-Pills and Diggs taking them both down, though, those guys that were coming through the middle. Ray going to be up in here with his MP7, swiftly checked out of the hotel by Diggs. Throwing down a little bit of a lot of trophy systems, actually. And yeah, just count the number of trophy systems, it's actually a lot. But anyways, Diggs taking down Magnifico, and now C is wide open. Realizing this is Rival, he's actually the last one alive, so might be prone to a counterattack here from Band of Misfits, especially if C-Pills takes him down. They're all stuck in the spawns, and C-Pills not let him out. Does take a little bit of a dirt nap there, but Wow, very fortuitous spawn for Atomic. Is 16-6, literally almost triple negative, but great spawn for him at a great time. They finally lost the lead, but this weird spawn at A gonna force Band of Misfits to split up.
They're gonna have to take their time, win these individual gunfights. Prodigy starting off by cleaning off Atomic off the A point. And that's going to give them A control. Oblivion, sorry about that. Oblivion getting the double for himself. Prodigy clean up another. And that's going to be Band of Misfits getting a nice string of kills here.
Oh, I wasn't correcting you there. I just saw that Oblivion was just wrecking them on B, and now they have the full cap. This is what I was worried about for Knights Templar. We had a little bit of a teaser for it in the first round, but now here it is in its full glory. The full cap on St. Petro as Diggs takes down them both on C. Now coming in for the flank on A. Prodigy taking down one. Coming in for the reach out, but gets ego checked by Prodigy. They finally are broken out for A, but at the cost of an 18-point deficit, and it's only growing as Band of Misfits thoroughly in control right now. Knights Templar still trying to regain composure. Atomic going for C. They're trying to break out of this and get just the majority back, but they're getting hit on A. They've thoroughly lost the plot right here as they do win that fight on A, and C could be looking a little bit better for them now.
They're just starting to feel overwhelmed, but the 4 kills of the kill feed for the Knights Templar resetting themselves in this game. They've got to take this B site. It's been Band of Misfits all round so far, and that's been a big part of the reason they're starting to break away at this lead. 21 points now, but A and C capped by Knights Templar.
Time out. Can we do some quick maths here? Do they even need to take another flag? Because look at that gap. There's only a minute left. Oblivion gonna try and get back A. Not quite gonna happen as Nordic. They're not even gonna be able to hold on to C, but actually they do hold on to C, so actually this could be bad for Band of Misfits. They do get a fortuitous A spawn though, so they're gonna get that back and be able to reset from there. So they're not gonna be in the worst of all positions, but Knights Templar know exactly where they are because they're getting good old apartment spawns themselves, and they're gonna be flooding in onto A, trying to stop the dream comeback from Band of Misfits. Nomo not keen on it, preventing the cap, and Diggs flipping out for mid spawns, but dies. Oh my gosh, this is not good for Band of Misfits.
Close. Oh,
they still have an
goodness.
opportunity, but you're right, it is going to be close.
They could tie up here. There's 15 seconds left. It's going to be 145 to 144. Who's going to be able to do it? They're going to make the push on the B to try to neutralize it. And that's going to be, oh, he's going to get taken out. It's tied up 146 to 146.
That's it.
Take the lead. What?
Dude, no freaking way did they just win that.
How, Kamaka?
What an enormous point lead to give up on there from Band of Misfits, dude. But, I mean, KT, they know when to tighten up, and body shots coming out despite the fact that it was close. You can tell that they pushed them to the limit, especially Atomic. But good showing from them, despite the fact that their KDs aren't as pretty as Band of Misfits KDs. They still performed incredibly well, and they got the kills to line up. They might not have gotten the same magnitude, but they got them in a very quick succession, which meant that basically they were full cap for an incredible amount of time, and they held on to that 2 cap for as long as they needed. I was actually questioning if they could possibly come back in that. Proved that they totally can, especially with the 3 cap.
They played it just about perfect. I was questioning the same way because it didn't seem possible. But when you pop off like that in the final 45 seconds, I mean, what else can you ask from KT?
Wow, I thought we were going around 4 there in potential comeback time for Band of Misfits because St. Petrograd, they did so well on that map, and the last time they played it up against Nemesis the other day, they literally got double their points. So I would assume that a similar little bit of form could be on display up against their opponents here, but not keen on finding out. Knights Templar, they are going to put a stop to this right here by an even slimmer margin than their round 1 performance on the same map, on the same mode. Last time, they won by 3. Now, they win by 2. So, basically, picture perfect performance from the last time. But yeah, J-Flight, that is going to be surprisingly the end of it. I thought we were going to at least see a map 4, but not the case.
Didn't get to see Petro doubled up. I thought we'd get there, but I mean, it wasn't clean at the end. It got a little dirty, but the clean sweep, we're getting the brooms out because it was the sweep 3-0 for KT.
Yeah, so tomorrow it's pretty much, despite the fact that they didn't get their bracket completely right, Knights Templar, well, Rybo from Knights Templar, I don't know what the other guys thought, but Rybo made a prediction for the bracket, and he said that basically the only thing he got wrong was that Nemesis would be in the place of Band of Misfits, but he completely was correct on the fact that they'll be fighting Natural Talent in the finals tomorrow. Do not miss that, guys. I won't be there for it, I don't think. Well, yeah, I'm not scheduled for it, so I'm not going to be there. But yeah, come back for Spacefish and J-Flight tomorrow. I do believe you guys are in the finals. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Jay.
I think it's I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go down. We're looking to have a great time there. Natural Talent, I mean, we saw a great performance from Knights Templar today, but Natural Talent, definitely someone to watch out for. They got some gunners.
I mean, Band of Misfits, they came close on 2 of the respawns. Actually doing better in the respawns than they did in their search and destroy, which is usually the complete opposite. But, I mean, Knights Templar, they did show a little bit of weakness today up against Band of Misfits, but hopefully that was just because they completely underestimated their opponents. Going up against #1 in the league, Natural Talent, tomorrow. Do not miss it, guys. But as of right now, we've got nothing else for you. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon on your way out, dudes. We have got a lot of awesome content for you. We just passed the epic 420 number of subscribers, and we are looking to keep on growing from there. This is one of my favorite leagues to cast because, honestly, I didn't come in knowing a lot of these guys, but there are some This makes for some great entertainment value, as not the same guys winning over and over again like you do in Challengers with FaZe Academy and Pentagrams guys, or even Carnage. This like pretty much top 3 teams. Actually, Six Gear did a pretty good job as well. But basically what I'm saying here is it's kind of refreshing to come in here and see some of the lesser known guys compared to some of what I usually see, and it's always a pleasure to see these matches. They're always very close, and I thoroughly enjoy them. J-Flight, I'm going to give you the floor. Anything you want to say in conclusion, my dude?
Well, guys, you can find me on Twitter at JFlightTweets, Twitch and YouTube at JFlight. That's about all I got to plug. I mean, Kamaka, where could the people find you?
You can find me on my Twitter, Kamaka_18, or you can check me out on Twitch. It's very rare that I stream on Twitch anymore, but it's Kamaka_. If I do end up streaming on there, if I do end up streaming a match that's not on a league channel, that is where it will be. But yeah, mostly follow my Twitter. I announce whenever I'm casting on any league. It's where I'm at, Kamaka_18. But yeah, pleasure casting with you, J-Flight. And it's a pleasure casting this one as well. Band of Misfits, they made it further than anybody really thought, but I mean, Knights Templar, still a little bit too much for them at this point. Band of Misfits made a few too many mistakes, but I'm sure they realize what they've done, and they're going to be coming back better for the next weekend series. This is actually the first one that they've done in about 2 weeks. They had 2 weeks off, so the fact that they've gone that long without this level of competition, it's not a bad performance. But yeah,
for sure.
Not taking up any more of your time. J-Flight, take us out, dude.
Well, this has been Season 2, Week 4 of the K7 League. We're going to be catching you back tomorrow with Knights Templar versus Natural Talent. Until then, I've been J-Flight. We've been Kamaka. To everybody else that helps us in the K7